All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics never the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
Welcome everybody to the Tuesday night edition of the Full Count. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday today. And man, we cannot do this show without these three analysts here. So I want to reach out to Felix. Felix, how you doing, man?
Good. Beautiful weather in Philly.
Brotherly love, right? All right. Then we got the band, Brendan Herrera. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Great weekend of sports all around. What are we, 2 weeks away, three weeks away from opening day? So
no, 9 days, man. 9
9
days.
days? All right. I'm a little bit behind times. So 9 days, let's go.
All right, then we got UL, the big dog of the Diamond. How you doing, man?
I'm good. It's good to see you, fellas. It's good to be on the air talking baseball. As I said, we got opening day next week, and just cannot wait to get this thing started. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, first we got to take care of a little housekeeping right now. So, if you comment, like, and share this show, you have a chance to win a free ASAP T-shirt. All you have to do is just interact, just comment, and just share the show, and then enjoy. And you'll be put into a monthly drawing for a free T-shirt. And if you start it today, I think you might be a little bit late on that, but you can start next month. But if that's the case and you still want that T-shirt, you can reach out to us, one of us, and you can buy a T-shirt for $14.99 plus shipping and handling, and you will get it ASAP. So with that being said, I gotta admit, baseball was a little bit quiet due to the basketball tournament. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Because that basketball tournament, or the NCAA basketball tournament, kind of just threw everyone's brackets into the trash, into the fire bin, wherever we want to put it in. On the behind the scenes, before we started the show, I ripped up my bracket in front of everybody and threw it in the background. So thank you, Ohio State, BYU, Illinois. Thank you very much. So let's start off today. So the new logo came out for the World Series. We went through all of the divisions so far, and now we're going to pick our teams that we think that are going to go into the World Series. That are not the Phillies.
I don't think this is their year anyway.
So I'm just excited. So I'm going to let Felix go last on this one. I just want to hear it out. So Brandon, I believe you picked the Mets last time you played. Oh, get that out. I believe you picked the Mets for the NL. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think you're actually right.
All right.
Think about it.
All right. So who do you think is going to be on the AL, and who do you think is actually going to win the World Series?
Well, now I'm going to change it because I wrote down something different, but I did forget that I did pick the Mets. So if I'm going with the Mets, I'm not going with the other New York team. I'm going to go with the Twins.
All right.
Wow.
There you go. Hometown,
That's a
baby.
hot take right there. Are you sure you're doing okay up there in Minnesota? I mean, I know it's cold.
Maybe the weather's getting to me, but I wrote down Yankees and Padres, but I did forget. Sarge corrected me and made. I remember I did take the Mets. So I can't take New York. So
Oh,
I'm
don't
going with the
worry,
Twins.
everything down.
I'm going
I
to go with
wrote
the
everything
Twins.
down.
That's fine. Write it down.
Oh, I did. All right, UL. So do you think so you've taken the New York Mets as well?
Right.
Because I see your point, and so forth. But do you think there could be a Subway Series for the World Series?
I didn't last week. I possibly do now because Kirby Yates is done. Kirby Yates is out for the year. He's going to have Tommy John surgery. Huge loss for Toronto. Springer's having some injury issues. He's going to be out at least a month right now. So those are two key acquisitions that they made in the offseason. Not having them in the beginning of the season is going to it's a big blow to them. You know, you can't let the Yankees get too far ahead of you. But honestly, I am going to roll with the White Sox this year. And I'll tell you what, we talked about the White Sox last night on our show. I just think that, you know, they have a great young pitching staff. They've got a solid lineup. They've got one of the best closers in the game. You know, they play in a division where it's only going to be them and the Twins. You know, Kansas City might make a little noise, but that's about it. You know, the AL is not that strong in general. You know, they're not that strong. There's maybe 2 teams in each division that are going to be good. So there's going to be 6 solid teams. The rest of the teams they're just not that good. So there's a big difference. I think with Giolito another year, they've got Keuchel back on their staff. You know, they've got the closer. They've got Abreu and Anderson and those other guys, Vaughn. You know, I'm going with the White Sox to win the AL and a little New York Met Chicago White Sox World Series.
Okay, I can see that.
Mark the tape.
Oh, it's been marked. Don't worry. It's already been recorded. So I picked the Dodgers for my pick for the NL, and I have to agree with UL on this one on the AL side, the White Sox. I just think it's their time again, coming back because the last time they were in the World Series, I believe it was against the Astros, wasn't it? And they took the Astros. Yeah, and that was a crazy series because even though they swept the Astros, each game was decided by 1 or 2 runs in that whole entire series. And I remember one comment, someone said this was the best World Series ever. They were so wrong. But so I'm picking the White Sox. I think the White Sox made great additions and so forth. And I think this could be the White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALCS right there with that. So, and I am going to honestly pick the Dodgers to repeat. That's where I'm going because of that insane rotation that they have and that buildup of the lineup. I'm going to go with the big dogs. Felix, we're going to you.
So I agree with you about the Dodgers. They're the champs. You got to give them their props until they lose. That lineup is ridiculous. And I don't know if you guys saw this, that Tatis got hurt today, a little shoulder discomfort.
Ooh.
So, and it's his first year into the contract. So I hope he doesn't end up being one of those guys that just, you know, doesn't earn his due. But nonetheless, I'm taking the Dodgers. And like UL said, the AL is pretty weak. And if the AL is weak, it's so hard to go against the Yankees. It's almost impossible not to. So I got to go to the Yankees, and I have the Dodgers winning.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a little repeat of, I think that was the last time they played was like 78. I think was the last time the Dodgers and Yankees played in the World Series, something like that. Wow.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, Bauer got rocked today. Did you see those? Bauer lit up 3 home runs today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I enjoyed what the Mariners did to the Dodgers in spring training. I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's spring training, but still, you know, I was like, ooh, okay, there's a glitch, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
This is the only time the Mariners have good play, so I'm taking it.
I mean, I think we have all strong predictions, and there's definitely possibilities. But as you can see, we're all definitely picking in the same realm of teams, you know. So it's definitely a weak American League, you know. That's
you know, you guys can't go wrong with the White Sox. I mean, they are going to be tough this year, you know. So, and the Yankees will be too. So, I mean, Twins will probably finish like they normally do. So
right.
Yeah, and we actually got comics coming in already. Nate is taking the Braves versus the White Sox.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I can see that a little. Then
Well,
our good man Trey, welcome back, Trey. Thank you for joining the show. He's taking the Yankees and the White Sox in the ALCS. So, and Nate was also saying that the Nationals and Astros was the best World Series. Yeah, it's debatable. I mean, you got to admit where the Nationals were in that World
Yeah.
Series. Then
Yeah.
the last
pitching
comment was
matchups are ridiculous.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that was a crazy World Series. But Nate, you got to go back a little bit to like some of the World Series in the '80s, man. There was some great World Series back then. So
91.
yeah, '91, the Twins series, the one that Jack Morris pitched 10 innings. That was a great World Series as well. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And Trey makes a good point for the Yankees. If they stay healthy, they're the best team in the AL. Do you guys think that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got they got Murderer's Row again. I mean, second coming of that or third coming, whatever. Their pitching staff is solid. So yeah, they stay healthy. You know, it's their trophy to drop.
I disagree with that. I think the White Sox have a better team than the Yankees because it's pretty much what Stanton and Judge who can't stay healthy or in the lineup for at least 2 games.
Yeah.
And so forth. So that kind of brings us to our next topic. Who is better? I think we might be on the same page on this one. Who is better, the AL or the NL? I'm going to start with Felix on this one. What do you choose?
It's definitely the NL, without question. But it's almost like we all took the same realm of teams with the AL between the White Sox and the Yankees and maybe the Blue Jays if they could get healthy enough. But the NL, there's so many teams. I think, it's almost as if like they put that extra wild card in there, just to get, there's so many good teams in the NL. If the Braves win the division, it's almost upsetting not to see the Nats in there. They're so good. Or the Mets. Think about those lineups. It's ridiculous.
I gotta agree with this one. Yoel, are you on the same page with that? With Felix, with what he just said?
Yeah, I mean the NL just has better teams in general. I mean, you could take as much as I want to see the Mets win the World Series and win the NL East. All 4, the Mets, the Braves, the Phillies, Washington, they're all strong teams. So any one of those teams could break out and win that division. There's 4 teams there alone. Then you go to the Central. Last year, 4 teams from the Central made the playoffs. Even though they all got eliminated in the first round, 4 teams made the Central. So, at least 3 of them are going to be strong. So there's 7. And then you go out west, you got San Diego and the Dodgers, so they're just better teams in general. Although, has there been a decision made about the DH rule? Because I think that'll change. If the NL is playing with their own rules, it'll definitely change a little bit. But if those teams are playing with the AL rules, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, I haven't read anything yet. I don't know if you guys have.
I thought I saw something that said that there was no DH in the NL.
All right, good.
Yeah, this season I think they're gonna vote again next season with that. All right, Brandon.
Yeah,
I gotta say one thing. Do you think the Twins are better than the National League?
Are you what?
Yeah, you're Twins to the World Series. Are they better than the National League?
No.
Okay.
No. But no, I mean, National League is by far the best. I mean, it's kind of like the AFC in football. There's so many teams that could have came out of that to the Super Bowl, and then you look at the AFC side, there was only a couple teams everybody was talking about. Same thing in baseball. NL has so many teams that could, represent them in the World Series, and then when you come to the AL side, you got the Yankees, Blue Jays, and the Sox everybody's talking about, and maybe Oakland, so yeah, NL by far is the superior league right now.
All righty. So with that being said, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. NL is probably the top tier of baseball this season. You guys just nailed it. I got nothing else to say about that. So speaking of the NL, do you guys read in the news about the Cubs minor leaguer?
Yeah. What's up with that, man?
Isn't that
Don't
crazy?
do meth. Wow.
Don't do drugs.
I don't think he was doing it.
Well, he was dealing it.
Yeah, dealing it. Yeah, dealing it. Yeah.
Maybe he could be a pitcher. I don't know. But it was Jesus Corrales. I forget how many bags. I think it was like 21 bags.
Yeah,
21 pounds of meth and 1.2 pounds of pills stuffed in the Chicago Cubs duffel bag.
Ridiculous.
And he was caught in Arizona with that. And I'm just like baffled. I'm like, why? Why would you even put that in your team bag in the first place?
You just threw out your whole career. You're done. Everything
I
you worked
mean,
so hard for, you're done.
Exactly. He's completely done. And, you know, I think if I compare all the sports, I think baseball has more, I want to say, off the field related instances if it comes to like drugs and so forth. I would have to say that. One of the main reasons, yes, there's more players playing than baseball because you have to include the minor leagues, because I don't know how many times I read the story, how many minor leaguers got busted for PEDs for pitching or so forth. I mean, do you think baseball still has a drug problem, Brandon?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's probably them and then wrestling. Top one too. So yeah, they're still, I mean, they're trying to control it the best they can, but you know, these guys are sneaking it around somehow. And like you said, there's so many, you know, guys in an organization from the majors down to rookie ball. You know, if each team is carrying 25 people, I mean, times that by 30 some teams, you know, all their affiliates. So it's hard to police, but yeah, I believe there's still a, you know, drug problem in baseball.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get any discipline from the major league because I think he's gonna stay in jail. That's my feelings on it. UL, do you think? What's your process on this one?
All right. Well, you know, I'm reading the story more carefully as we're speaking here, and you know, I just heard about it. I didn't realize the details of it. That, you know, he got pulled over for speeding, you know, and then they found, you know, the canine dog found the drugs by the wheel, and it was packed with several baseball gloves, cleats, and a bag doused with suspected essential oils with $1,000 in cash. I mean, what is this guy doing? I mean, you know, he's from Mexico. He's, you know, I mean, he might try to get extradited. Who knows? But at the same point, you know, for you know, anybody, let alone a foreign player in these times, to be driving around with that kind of, you know, paraphernalia in your car and then drifting on St. Patrick's Day of all days. I mean, you know, he's got to know that there's something going on here, some sort of, you know, event in the United States, just by seeing what's going on and talking to other players. So it's just a complete lapse of judgment. I mean, there might be something else. He might owe money to people. We don't know. You know, there might be, you know, he might have to pay off, you know, he might be a drug mule, as Felix said. So it's just crazy, this whole thing. The fact that this has happened on this level in baseball, and as you said, to have it in a team bag, it's just crazy, you know. And, you know, I mean, what are the Cubs going to do? What is Major League Baseball going to do? I mean, I think, as you said, they're going to wait until the courts handle it and see what kind of charges they get up on him, and then how this whole process goes. But I mean, he'll never see the field again for anybody. You know, the Cubs will obviously drop him and whatever, and if there's any bonuses, they're going to want to get it back. Yeah, it's just a hot mess. This is just something like this is crazy. You know, I mean, and we thought the Mets doing cocaine back in the 80s was nuts. This is a whole different thing, man. Meth and OxyContin, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
You got the Mets, then you got the Red Sox drinking.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Pirates had a drug thing too for a while, or something like that.
Oh, probably.
They all did.
Yeah. Felix, what is your thoughts on this whole story that, like, I think, that broke last week?
So, I think the reason why it happens more in Major League Baseball is because baseball players feel entitled. because their contracts are guaranteed. Once they get that contract, it's guaranteed. It's not like football where, oh, hey, dude, you're out. I don't owe you another dime. Or I know hockey is also guaranteed, but the adrenaline rush of playing hockey, I don't think you'd need to do any kind of drug. I mean, your adrenaline's always rushing, ramping up. But in baseball, it's something as if it's slow paced, and you have money coming in regardless. So, I'm untouchable. I'm getting money regardless if I pitch well or not, if I hit the ball or not. So that's where I think that comes in, because in almost every other sport, even in wrestling, once they find out that you're on PEDs or something, you're gone. You're suspended, and they'll figure something out. But baseball, since the contracts are guaranteed, and that's the only way that it could be, because the sport's dying. That's why we're headed down this road.
Oh, you think the sport's dying?
Well, just look at all the kids. Why do you think all these players are getting these massive contracts? Because if they didn't, they would play another sport.
Yeah, well, I think Kyler Murray kind of, I don't know.
He did that. Yeah, he did him dirty.
Yeah. He was drafted like number 1.
Number 1 overall.
Number 1.
Really, he was?
Yeah.
By Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's right. Yeah, he was.
I think he had to give up all his guarantee money or something like that. But yeah. So Felix, I'm gonna go back to you. Do you think baseball, with handing out penalties, do you think they're the best sport that hands out the best penalties throughout all the 4 major sports? No. No,
absolutely not. After what the commissioner did with the Astros, and not give them any penalties. I mean, I don't even know how that could be a question, but football is the hardest, because you go back to the Ray Rice era, that's when everyone started paying attention, really, when Ray Rice did that, and then Kareem Hunt did that, and then you don't hear about all the drugs, but, obviously players, like, remember Leon Lett? Well, was that Nate Noon or Leon Lett? Whenever they got caught with all that. So baseball will let you go because they need you, but football, they'll pass you up because they have 10 people behind you. They'll take your spot.
That's true. What about you, Brandon? What do you think on that?
Oh, yeah, baseball is a little lax on their penalties. I mean, and then they always get, like Felix says, you kind of get a second chance, third chance. I mean, you caught with PhDs and get suspended 50 games, and you come back, and then what's the second time to a season? And then third time, I think it's the harsh penalty. It's like, you want to get these guys, you want to get it through their head right away, give them a season right away without pay. So I'm with Felix. I mean, I don't think baseball's dying, that it's going to be gone, but I mean, the fan support's not there. I mean, yeah. Their contracts are guaranteed, so a lot of those guys, yeah, they love to do what they're doing, but they can care less if they're on the field or not. They're getting paid, so but football definitely, I think, has the right direction on suspending people and throwing their weight around, unlike baseball.
Yeah, true.
Yep. UL, did we get to you?
No.
Go ahead.
It's a funny conversation, because this whole steroid thing was brought up in baseball, and now all of a sudden a lot of players are getting caught, and they're getting 40 games, 80 games, this and that, but no one is learning from it. And that's the biggest problem that baseball is having. No one is learning from it. The game is definitely being diminished. The fan base is being diminished. These huge contracts, yeah, they're great for player security, but it's the money is ridiculous. These players are overprivileged. They're like, well, as you said, if I sit out, I'm still gonna get paid, whatever, blah blah blah. They really need they need to curb a lot of stuff. Football does have harsher penalties. Goodell has really come down on it. But even guys like, and I know it's not a football show, but guys like Josh Gordon have gotten chance after chance after chance. He still gets caught with this and that, and he still gets a chance to get back on the field, and for what? For doing pod or whatever he was doing, there's got to be a line somewhere. And I don't think any of the sports have really, found the line. But yeah, baseball is definitely the weakest at it because, people have just laughed at them. They become the laughing stock of the major sports, if you ask me. And, their commissioner's not strong. It's ridiculous what's been going on with baseball. And like they need to fix it. They need to, they'll never stop the problem, but someone really needs to put their foot down and said, look, this 3 strikes and you're out thing. I mean, if you remember Steve Sachs, back in the day, look how many chances he had. I mean, he had like 6 chances. I mean, It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You want to appeal to the young people. Don't let these guys who are doing these things publicly get back so soon and be like, oh, whatever, I got suspended a year, big deal, it's got to change. It definitely has to change.
If you think about it, Jose Fernandez, when he passed away, he had drugs in his system.
Yeah.
So you would think that they would, oh, look, we lost a major star. Let's ramp something up, make sure that, but nobody apparently cares.
Well, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, you talk about all the PhDs, and we need to, baseball needs to hammer down on it. And then you got a guy like Pete Rose who bet on baseball. I mean, not saying that's right or wrong, and they're keeping him out, So, I mean, you're getting a harsher penalty for betting on baseball than you are enhancing yourself and, doing illegal stuff. So,
but the reason why they're keeping him out is because he bet against his team.
Oh no,
that's what they're saying. So,
I get it. I mean,
made his team lose. That's different than just placing a wager and hoping.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's
no,
tanking.
I get it.
It's fixing games. It's a whole other. It's a whole. There's been things like that in basketball for years and stuff like that. I mean, it just the leniency and it's what to me it's a lack. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just
accountability.
It's a lack of accountability. Thank you.
Yep.
It's a lack of accountability. And I mean these players don't have it. I mean, look what's gone on in the world the last couple of days. I mean, there's no accountability for anything lately. And it's just ridiculous, and no one wants to step up and take charge of it or take the blame. No one wants to piss off anybody. Rob, I cannot remember the commissioner's name of baseball from Rob something. I'm trying to blank. Thank you, Manfred. Yes. Yeah. He's trying to placate the owners, placate the players union, he's got to be a strong commissioner and say, look, if we want to fix this game, we got to do this, and this, and none of this kowtow stuff. He's got to put his foot down, and I mean, I think Goodell's done that more. Yes, Goodell still works for the owners, but he's definitely done it more. Gary Bettman, I don't know that much about hockey, so I can't really comment on that, to be honest, but yeah, so, I mean, and in basketball, they've definitely, cleaned things up, when they had the whole problem with the owner of the Clippers, they just said, all right, that's it, you're done. We can't have that in our game. So they're definitely, cleaning it up. So the lack of accountability is definitely the biggest factor on all levels, but especially in baseball.
Yeah.
And Greg, he joined the show saying a little back earlier when we were talking about AL versus NL, he said that there are a few teams in the American League that are greatly overlooked and will shock a lot of people.
Who you got?
Who you got, Greg? Huh? Come on.
So I just want to say that I think we had a great discussion just on this topic, and I think we just nailed it on the head and everything else. Moving forward, we are 9 days away from the first pitch.
Followed by the second one.
Yes.
What game are you looking at on that first on that opening day? Which game are you looking at?
So many. I mean, obviously, I want to see the Mets play. Definitely curious to see. I think the Yankees are opening up against Toronto, so I think that's definitely going to be interesting. Now what's going on. I mean, I want to see DeGrom pitch. I want to see Garrett Cole pitch. I want to see Giolito pitch. I want to see is Trevor Bauer going to be the opening day starter, or is it still going to be Kershaw with the Dodgers? I don't know. That'll be interesting. Kershaw. It's going to be Kershaw. All right. So I definitely, when Bauer pitches for the Dodgers, I think he'll be probably pitch second or third. I definitely want to see that. And someone I'm interested in watching this year is Madison Bumgarner out in Arizona. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that, you know, he still has something left, and he went there and he got a nice fat contract out there. But I have a feeling he's going to have a decent year. I don't know about the team itself, but I'm really interested in watching Madison Bumgarner play. And honestly, your boy Felix, I'm drawing a blank. What? Nola? Yeah, no, I think Nola's always a good pitcher to watch. So I'm curious to watch him pitch this year for sure. So
Nice.
yeah, those are my opening days for sure.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the Mets and Nationals just because of the pitching lineup. We got DeGrom versus Max Scherzer. So I think that would be a good pitch. And also, I think that the White Sox, I have to agree with, well, I don't agree with Nate. My bad. I'm going to say trust the Yankees because I think they're going to battle the I think it's going to be the battle of the AL East right there. So, Felix, what games are you looking at coming on the?
To be honest with you guys, it's nothing like hitting a guide on the cable button and just seeing all the games on, and just going through every game step by step. You know how long it's been. Oh my God. So it's just taking it all in. It's not just one game. Now, after game one, that's when you start paying attention to your own team. But it's just day one. If I can't be at the ballpark, I want to sit at home and enjoy everything that's in front of me.
Do you have the MLB package?
No, but I will get it.
Cool.
I'm trying to save up.
Yeah, that thing is not cheap, man. I was thinking of getting it 1 year. I'm like, no, between ESPN and Fox and the local stuff and MLB Network, there's enough on. You could always catch it somehow. Huh?
Yeah, but it's always the games that you want to watch that you need the package for.
Right.
Yeah, I can't do the MLB Network because since I'm a Mariners fan up in the Pacific Northwest, guess what? Blackout. So I got my other ways that I can watch games with that, and I can share with you guys off screen on that.
All right.
Brandon.
So what's that?
What games are you looking at on April 1st?
Well, like Felix said, it's turning on the TV and seeing the list of games. It's kind of like March Madness. Got all those games to choose from. Personally, for me, Twins opening up against the Brewers. Start off right away with the battle border. So I'm looking forward to that. But outside of that, just whatever game is first on, I can't wait. That first pitch, crack of the bat, crowd cheering if there's going to be crowds. So, yeah, I'm all. For me, it's opening day. I don't care what game is on.
Yeah.
I got a question for all you guys. Do any of you guys, plan on trying to go to the games? I know I'm already one vaccination shot in, so after the second shot, we definitely plan to start going to sporting events again. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm hoping as soon as possible. Right now, in Philly, they're only allowing 800 fans. And if you look on StubHub or whatever, it's crazy. So I will get to the game once they allow more people in. But I don't have a problem with the COVID thing. To be honest with you, I had family that had it. I guess I'm asymptomatic. I don't know, but it doesn't bother me, and I can't wait to get in the stands.
No, I'm with you. I can't wait to get in there. It'll most likely be a minor league game. Go watch the St. Paul Saints, AAA affiliate for the Twins. So, I like going to the ballpark too, but going to the games, tickets right now are just so high right now that we'll see. But yeah, I plan on hopefully catching a game here or there.
See, down here at Marlins Stadium, they've been social distancing for years, so there's no change. It's nothing different. There's nothing different whatsoever,
except for the fish behind home plate, right?
Oh yeah, the fish.
They're getting rid of that though. I thought now, aren't they?
Oh really?
I don't know.
Oh,
They got rid of the big thing in center field, and that was that. That when they hit a home run, it was like a Margaritaville back there. It was awesome. They got rid of that, but. The best part about that stadium is we buy tickets. We buy the $5 outfield seats, and then we just sit wherever we want because they don't care. They're like, "Hey, someone's here. Great, sit down." They don't care.
Yeah, we used to do that with the old Metrodome, buy the cheap seats, and then just walk around and sit everywhere. So
That's the way it used to
Cool.
be at the Vet
Mhm.
Yeah,
Stadium, back in the day.
exactly.
At the Vet, did they did fan giveaways down there, Felix?
Oh, what?
Fan appreciation nights. Did they give out
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
was it
Yeah.
batteries? Was batteries one night?
Always batteries, whatever. Especially when JD Drew played.
Oh man, poor JD Drew gets ripped on this show. I love it.
Wait
Yeah.
till we get to Scott Rowland.
Ooh, who's worse?
Oh man,
He's still on the Hall of Fame ballot.
Uh,
He had like 52% of the vote or something like that, right?
You'll make it.
they're not from Philly, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think I will be able to make a game this year. Just the fact that I'm building a house, so that's taking everything right there. But I know in Seattle they're allowing 9,000 fans in, and I was like,
Ooh.
that's how many fans actually go. So there's no change in attendance for the Mariners. games.
and that's a beautiful stadium too,
Yeah.
man.
It
That one
is.
out there is gorgeous. Oh. I
It
drove
is.
by when we were in Seattle. I drove by. We didn't get to go to it, but we drove by, and I was like, "Oh man, beautiful
Yeah,
place."
I took a stadium tour there, and they took you out to the dugouts, onto the field, and the set where Ichiro sat every time in the dugouts.
That's
But
cool.
my favorite spot was kind of right behind the right field foul pole because you get all those foul balls.
Right?
So
Isn't there a Boeing sign on the foul pole or something like that out there?
it's probably says you can't hit this because it's the Mariners.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't remember what it says. Boeing's kind of no say anymore here in Washington. But
Right.
Nate messaged in saying that he probably will, and he's a Texas fan, but you can just go to Home Depot because that's what the stadium looks like.
Wow.
Well, they say they're going to let 100% of the fans in Texas. They say they're going to do that. So
Wow.
The first day.
Yeah.
And then after
They-
that, it's a restriction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I would say probably about mid-season, maybe after the All-Star break. I bet you we get 100% capacity.
Oh yeah. Well, as the vaccinations go up and stuff
Yeah.
like that, the numbers are slowly going down. The vaccinations
Yep.
are going up.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, the one thing I hope they don't do, and this would not be fair, because I know there are people who don't want the vaccination, who don't feel they want to get it, and that's totally their entitlement. But I really hope they say, well, you have to show a card to get into the stadium. That's crap. I mean, people still should have their choice to get it or not. But, at the same point, I know on the back of the ticket, there is some sort of waiver that they sign, I mean, there is technically a waiver on the back of the ticket. So I think they might have to change those waivers. Like by buying this ticket, you're taking complete responsibility. If you get sick, it is not the team's fault, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
type of thing.
That's what it has to be. Because,
Yeah.
not to interrupt, because if a little girl is going to get hit with a foul ball and the baseball
Yeah.
team's not going to get any kind of consequence,
Yeah.
you can't give a
Right.
fan a consequence.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, that's why they put those the netting up to prevent
Yeah.
that. After a couple
Yeah.
of people
Right.
got hit. Well, people don't. I mean, you see people on they're sitting there, on their second baseline on their phone, not even paying attention. Not second baseline, first baseline. Yeah, they'll see the second base. Yeah, exactly. Sorry,
Nice.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
crazy.
they're just everybody's down on their cell phone catching action, getting text messages or receiving messages. Oh, we just saw you on TV, and so yeah,
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
it is.
Do you guys remember? I know we're talking about stadiums a little bit back when Kansas City was back in the World Series. Do you guys pay attention to the crowd, like behind home plate?
This is back in 2015. You're talking about?
Yeah, because if you go back, you should see who's behind home plate. You got like these gangsters behind home
Oh.
plate. Yes, it's crazy. I hope I'm trying to look for a picture on it or a picture of it, but it is crazy. And I don't know.
Like mafia gangsters, or like L.A. Crips and Bloods.
I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble.
Well, first
You're in
I thought
Seattle, right? You're in
I
Seattle.
thought
No
you were
one's
going
to
to.
Seattle.
First, I thought you were going to go with the flashes that they had a couple years ago. So
Oh, yeah.
that's where I thought you were going.
Well, remember there was like Marlins guy. You'd see like the guy in the orange jersey at like, every game. That was crazy. I couldn't believe that.
Didn't Anaheim have like a little kid dressed up as a monkey because it was like their superstition when they won the World Series, had a rally monkey or something?
Yes, the rally monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, I am just trying to find that picture, and I cannot even find that picture for the life of me. But, oh well. Oh,
Right.
Nate, what is your
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Is that a superset or is that a normal one?
Hey, Nate, Walmart's south. It's in Arkansas, Nate. That's where it's at. All right, so let's get to our wacky stat of the night. And look, Brandon, I don't have a slide for you.
Oh, darn. All
I
right.
know.
So we're dealing with third baseman's lot, so that's kind of where this one's going again. The date was July 17th, 1990.
On my birthday. Cool.
All right. And it wasn't that because I don't think you played third.
Oh,
so
wow.
what do you guys think happened that day?
19, let's see. I was 20. I was probably drunk, so I wouldn't remember. Let me see. 1990, third baseman. Ooh.
He's really trying to think. He was
Probably it was 1990. Probably something with Chipper Jones. Maybe I'm thinking.
No, 2 triple plays in the same game. Minnesota Twins turned them against the Boston Red Sox.
Wow.
The only time that's happened, and it was one was bases loaded. Gaetti got the grounder, turned it, and then the second one they tried to do a double steal. Gaetti was going to third, got a hot shot right down the line, and turned the second one. So, and the first one was actually hit by Tom Bernansky, a former Twin. So, yeah, the only time 2 triple plays in the same game has happened.
Is it kind of funny? I think I know the answer for the next question because first base, second base, and third base all been triple plays.
Yep. No, second base was didn't get a chance to didn't get a fielding chance. Was the only time.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Right.
All right. So next we are going through our Mount Rushmore of each position. And
Did
I
we
wanna
do MVP and Cy Young predictions?
Oh, we're gonna do it next week.
Oh, I thought we were doing it this week. I'm sorry.
Oh, if we want to do it, did we? We could do it this week. Let's do it.
Well, if everybody's got them, I mean, I thought that's what it was, but I could be wrong.
Well, there's a question for Felix already. What's your opinion on Bryce Harper?
What's my what?
Your opinion.
Adam has a question.
Well, let's hope now that he has some kind of stability in front of him and behind him in the lineup. Let's hope he gets. Everyone in Philly shooting for 120 RBIs. I'm being realistic. Let's go with 100. But it all depends who gets on base in front of him, behind him. But they say he slimmed down 20 pounds.
Wow.
He hit the weight room pretty hard. So I can't wait to see him out there. But I'm between 30 to 40 home runs, 100 RBIs is what I'm shooting for.
What was your
Realistic.
initial thought when they signed him?
Thank God.
Okay. All right.
They're not going to win a World Series till Bryce leaves, kind of like the Nationals.
Well, we'll see.
So.
No. I don't. I can't. If the Devil Ray or the Rays could make it that far, I'm sure every team has a shot.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, that's true. That is definitely true. All right. So we're going to do our MVPs and Cy Youngs next week. So we're going to have
Cool.
Next week, we're going to have a show pretty much about opening season because it's 2 days away.
Right.
So let's just go into the Cy Young and MVP. Who do we think that we're going to take? Because we have plenty of time to go through all this. So I want to start with Yoel on this one. Who do you think could take the Cy Young or MVP in any division?
Okay, so my AL MVP, AL Cy Young is I'm gonna go with Lucas Giolito with the White Sox. I think he's really targeted to have a great year. I think with La Russa as his manager, he was on. I don't remember. I heard an interview with him somewhere, and he just, his confidence. He's really, he's got it together. He's bringing that old school feel back to the White Sox, and I think that's what they needed to turn the corner. They got there sort of last year, but I think La Russa is going to give them the push, and he knows Giolito's a stud. So look for Giolito to win the Cy Young in the American League. I got to go with my boy Jacob deGrom in the NL. He's bringing the heat. He's been on all cylinders spring training so far, and as long as he just stays healthy and keeps doing what he's doing, I think he's going to get more run support this year. So I look for him to win the NL Cy Young. AL MVP is an interesting choice. There's a number of players I had in my head. I was thinking about Aaron Judge. I was thinking about Springer. I was thinking about Abreu. I was thinking about possibly, Altuve in Houston. But, instinct tells me that Mike Trout and the Angels are really going to do well this year. And I think if I remember, I picked the Angels to come out of the West. So I'm going to ride with Mike Trout. And I'm going to think, I know it might be chalk. It might be a chalk kind of pick, but I'm going to go with Mike Trout for the AL MVP. The NL MVP is going to be a very interesting race because there's so many good players, going around. I don't think any of the Mets players are going to get it because I think that lineup is going to distribute enough where it's going to be definitely an even lineup. It could. As you said, Harper could have a hell of a year. It could be Harper. If Tatis's injury is small enough, he could get it. Anybody on the Dodgers, Bellinger, Seager had a great playoff run. Watch Corey Seager in LA. He might be able to do that. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with Corey Seager out with the Dodgers. I'm going to go with Corey Seager. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. And I remember the Angels pick because you made me change my mind to the Angels. So, Brandon, who are your choices?
All right. So we'll go Cy Young first. I'm going DeGrom. I really think he's going to help that Mets team. So, you got another one on me there.
Cool.
The Cy Young for AL. Right now, I gotta give it to Kluber. I hate giving anything to the Yankees, but if the Twins can make a run, it's going to be because of Maeda. So don't sleep on Maeda if the Twins are doing good. So, but I'll go Kluber. NL MVP. Right now, I gotta go with Tatis. I wasn't aware of his injury, but if it's not too serious, he comes back. I think he's going to definitely chalk up an MVP award. And then probably a long shot, but I think he finished second or third last year. I'm going with Cruz. I think Cruz is going to keep firing. And this might be his last hurrah.
Nelson Cruz.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, Felix. Who are your choices?
All right, so AL Cy Young, I'm just going to lay it flat. It's going to be Garrett Cole. I don't see why he wouldn't get it. He's too good. NL, I thought about DeGrom, but everything being said, you can't not mention Mad Max in Washington.
No.
His pedigree is crazy. That's what I'm doing. AL MVP. Again, you got to go with Trout. He's hands down one of the best players. I know I've ever seen, but the record books say ever. So
Right.
And NL MVP. I hate to say this. I hate to say it, and I hate to do it. I hate to, but it's going to be Acuna from the Braves.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
2 Braves back to back. Freddie Freeman last year. This year it's going to be Acuna. He's going to break out. I just, like I said, one of my first times on the show. Every time he bats against the Phillies, just walk him. Just walk him. Don't pitch him. Just walk him. Give him the bag. It's good. I'm okay with it. He's a Philly killer. And yeah. That's what I got.
So we'll keep track of Acuna's stats against Philly then this year.
You don't have to. It's good. He's gonna get at least two hits every game, at least.
Yes, yeah. Acuna against you was like Chipper Jones against the Mets. Same thing.
Oh God.
Adam posted MV free. I don't know what
Freeman.
that is.
Freeman.
Yeah, he's a Braves fan.
Adam.
Yeah.
We'll talk, Adam. We'll talk later.
Yeah. He's chewing on a little cheese and stuff.
Who you got, Sarge? Let's hear who you got.
All right. So.
How many Mets? Or Mariners. I'm sorry, Mariners.
Oh wow.
All right. So I am going all Mariners on this one. No, just kidding. But I'm taking some wild shots at these picks that I got. For my AL Cy Young, I'm going to take Shane Bieber. I think he's a great pitcher.
He won it last year.
What?
He won it last year.
Yeah, he's going to win it again.
Okay.
Yeah, back to back. It's going to happen.
Why not? Yep, it could.
As long as
That's true.
That's true. Very great. So my AL MVP is going to have.
Oh, he froze.
Yeah, he must be downloading something again.
Stop doing math. No.
Wow, stop doing math.
The computer caught him.
So,
oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
So let's all guess who he's going to pick for MVP for. What Mariners could win the MVP? I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
MVP. Oh man.
Oh man, he's got to resign.
So while he's re-signing in, what's your guys' biggest memory? I mean, of like opening day or or when you're a kid, like Little League or something. What do you guys remember? I mean, what got you going?
Well, baseball for me was crazy because I started out playing Little League and I was playing first base because I was tall guy.
Yep.
I'm 6'4", so I was playing first, and it was great because like just I love baseball. I love playing. I love being in the game and stuff. Couldn't hit a curveball to save my life.
Yep.
Did not hit a curveball to save my life. So then. The manager was like, well, hey, Yoel, you're a big guy. Why don't you try pitching? I'm like, okay, sure. So, I got warmed up one time, he's like, all right, we're going to start you. We had a doubleheader. I was going to start the first game of a doubleheader. So I get in there, I'm ready to pitch. I faced 6 batters. They all got on base. And the last guy, I hit him pretty close to his, yeah, and the manager's like, all right, I'm like 10 years old. So the manager's like, okay, you're going to left field now, and we're going to bring in another pitcher. And that was it. I think I played one more year of Little League, and that was it.
Okay.
That was the end for
all
me.
right.
Yeah, no doubt.
Our awesome host is back. So
he's back.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry, guys. My had a power surge, so everything hasn't come back on yet. So.
Oh, jeez.
Good thing for cell phone technology.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if you guys heard my Cy Young. But,
yeah, that was it.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
Yep. So my MVP is going to have to be Trout on that one.
Okay.
Then my for the NL MVP. Are you ready, Felix?
Uh-oh.
Are you ready for this one?
Don't jinx
it's going to be Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Juan Soto is going to be the MVP.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
Okay. No, we got these all written down, right?
You didn't jinx it, so it's all right.
A power
I
surge or a power
This
sarge?
is the power sarge. I got the
All right,
power sarge.
Will
That's
bringing the
gonna be
heat.
now.
Oh man.
Thank you, Will, on that one. But my NL Cy Young is gonna be Burrow. I just gotta go with the guy. I just like him. I like how he just walks off the field. I just love it. So with that. So with that being said, we got about 5 minutes left.
Who's your NL MVP?
Oh, it's Juan Soto.
Oh, Juan Soto. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we got about 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna actually we can get through our Mount Rushmore really quick.
Yeah.
I think so we're doing our third base Mount Rushmore, and I'm gonna go first really fast. The people I picked was Scott Rowland. I just thought he was awesome.
Oh, that hurt. I think you all just threw a pitch. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The next is gonna be Edgar Martinez. The reason I said that because that's where he started.
Yep.
He played third base before he went over to DH. But yeah, you guys can mark me on that one. I don't care.
I thought it was a great pick.
Yeah. Wade Boggs is my other one.
Wade.
But at the top of my list, it's gonna have to be Chipper Jones.
Ooh. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Brandon. You go next.
All right. Kind of threw me off on that one a little bit there. So
Oh, where'd it go?
yeah. I'm gonna go with Boggs, George Brett, Chipper Jones, and Paul Molitor. I'll leave the Philly guy for
Oh wow.
Mr. Philly
You guys
there.
are straight haters. Okay.
No,
Wow.
I actually got
Wow.
him on my list, but I figured, I'd let Felix take the joy of that one. So those are my four.
Okay.
All right, Felix.
All right. Well, I got Michael Jack Schmidt. I got Chipper. I'm gonna go with a guy who I always admired, and it's just every time I saw him, he hit a home run. Adrian Beltre,
Oh, yep.
and I'm gonna go with a guy that I rooted for, just because after the Phillies traded him, I wanted Schilling to win. So I'm going to go with his third baseman, Matt Williams, back in the day.
Nice.
Williams had a hell of a career. Yeah.
I forgot about Matt Williams.
Yeah, he had a hell of a career.
All right, you all.
All right. Wade Boggs, consummate hitter, great leadoff hitter, always hit for average, very good fielder. George Brett, he had that one season he hit 390. The day he went ballistic at Yankee Stadium with the Pine Tar, but just consummate, Hall of Famer. I loved watching Paul Molitor play when I was young. Loved his game. Definitely brought it every night. And Mike Schmidt was the best third baseman I have ever seen. I mean, he could pick it at third like no other. I know I'm forgetting Brooks Robinson. I know I'm forgetting Eddie Matthews, but to me, those are the four guys for me. But Mike Schmidt is like, to me, it's like Schmidt and everybody else.
Yep.
Schmidt was that good and that amazing to watch. And, and I remember, and I'm sure I remember on his retirement day, how he just cried like a baby, how much he loved the game. And that always stuck with me, how much he loved the game. So, yeah, definitely. But those are my four.
Will, you put Bergman on there, man? Oh, he's really trash can Bergman. I mean, you got to put that there. So,
so there's a name I came across at third that I thought was kind of funny. Home Run Baker was on a list of. How do you get the name of home run and only hit 69 of them? Or 96 of them, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I thought that was my honorable mention. So, but yeah, Smith by far. I mean, he stops everybody's list.
Well, it's no different because Will posted saying that he remembered his first walk-off. I remember my first walk-off, walking out of the batter's box to the dugout after striking out swinging. So that's my first walk-off.
For me, it was my first home run coming around and seeing my teammates all jumping around in the dugout. We called it the cage, and then getting through that mob, and then seeing my mom crying at the end of the dugout. For me.
Wow!
So that memory really sticks with me when it comes to baseball.
That's awesome.
We got RMJ9. He likes A-Rod, A-Royd. Greg Nettles. Sorry, man. I'm a Seattle fan. I know. I had to.
What is those? Greg Nettles, and who was the third one?
Scott
Brocious.
Scott Brocious. Oh, yeah.
Brocious.
I don't know about bro, but Greg Nettles could stick it at third, man.
Yeah.
I remember there was some times he played a hell of a third base, but his career was just too short. He didn't put up the numbers, you know.
Yeah.
But he was on his way. But I think injuries hurt him. But he was great fielder. I remember watching him growing up.
Yep. So we're at that time again, and if you missed the show and you want to hear us, you can actually go on Anchor. You won't see us live, but you can actually listen to the show and hang out and go there. You can catch us also on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter, right?
Twitter,
Twitter.
and all other platforms.
Oh.
Maybe we can get this on MySpace.
Bring your MySpace back.
Get on AOL Live, right?
That's right. That's right. Oh, that's awesome, Nate, man. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's good, Nate.
All right. All right, guys. We hit the hour. So catch the poll count again at, is it what, 5 p.m. Central on Thursday?
I don't know what time.
Yeah,
Yes,
Nate would
it
know.
is 5
would know.
p.m. Central.
7 p.m. Central.
Oh, 7 p.m. Central on Thursdays. You can hang out with the Thursday Full Count crew. They're a great crew as well. I just want to say thank you to all the listeners and everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed. You guys have a great night. See you next Tuesday.
All right. Let's go, Mets.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics never the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.